Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer haul video. So, did an order from the good fellow at Adventure Beer. I've just hide my bloody address on the front. There we go. It's been a while since I've done any proper beer hauls. There was a time when it was like a weekly event. And like most people, you know, I mean, I've actually had 2 weddings this year. Although, to be fair, I didn't pay much towards my daughter's wedding at all. So can't own it. But obviously with weddings and flipping cars and cost of living crisis, obviously. So anyway, it's lovely to treat oneself to some new beers. The beer wall is, again, taking a pound. And, you know, I don't think until after Christmas I'm going to get to anywhere where there's a lot of beer on the beer wall. But that's what it is. I've got to live with it. I need to start brewing some homebrew again soon, maybe doing some new kits, just so I've got something, because obviously sometimes you just like a beer, and homebrew is a hell of a lot cheaper to drink than £3 a bottle. You know, if you can brew it for 80 pence a pint, then it makes sense, doesn't it? In any case, first beer from Lincoln Green Brewing Company. Recently expanded another 2 pubs in their chain, although technically it's 2 pubs, but it's 1 building with 2 pubs in, but hey-ho. A craft beer pub and a real ale pub. So this is Daybook Bitter. Now, Daybook Bitter says on the front, there's no taste like home. Not 100% if it's the recipe for one of the former O'Mayall's beers. I mean, I hope it is. Because to be honest, these big companies coming to Nottingham, buying our breweries, closing them down, we're losing the beers. Shipston's, they've come back. We need Kimberley to come back. We need somebody to start brewing some Kimberley ales. Whether Green King will let them. Oh, there's another thing. So it's a 4%. There's no beer like home. Best bitter, Fuggles and Celia. That's how you pronounce it. On the back it says where they are. And on this side it says, in honour of our county's great brewing heritage, we've recreated the traditional bitter brewed in Nottinghamshire just because we think there's no taste like home. Love that. Right. Up yours to whoever bought O'Mayall's or whoever actually owns the branding for that. I know there was an O'Mayall's micropub at one stage. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. Anyway, while I'm talking, I've just finished 12 hours of work. 12 flipping hours. And it ain't popped up. Next up, from Alter Ego Brewing. And it's a Saison. Put it in your mouth. Yeah. Okay, now. Yeah. Good thing you're not watching any 18-year-old films. Anyway, and above. Fruits and spice for your mouth with this Belgian-style Saison with a bite. The ABV is 6.5%. Not seen that, never had it on cask or anything like that. So I have had Daybook Bitter on cask, to be fair, a long time ago. But yeah, first time it's come into bottle though, so that's a good thing. Obviously from Adventure Beer. Next up, To the Nines from Lenton Lane in collaboration with The Abdication. The Abdication is a micro pub literally 600 yards that way from my house, maybe a bit more than 600, 800 yards. Cracking micro pub. If you're ever in Nottingham, North Nottingham, the prices are not a massive range of beers in there. You're looking at about, between cask and keg, about 8 different beers. But is 8 different beers not enough? You know, they do craft beer in a fridge as well. And once one goes, they'll bang another one on. But they're 9 years old, and it's Vista, Cascade, and Galena hops. Lots of different hops these days appearing in beers. I've had this at the pub, at the Abdication, on the night when my car broke down. Yeah. Don't get me started on cars. But yeah, looking forward to tasting it out of a bottle and giving it a raggy review. That might get the first review, actually. Next up, from Lenton Lane again, 400. And this is to celebrate their 400th guile. It's a good thing I know, because it doesn't say it on the bottle. I do wish that they put something on the bottle to explain. It's a New Zealand IPA, and it's a lovely 7.5%. But yeah, that little bit of info would be awesome. There was actually over at Kelham Hall at the weekend for the Newark festival thing that went off. If I'd have known there was going to be breweries there, I might have went over. But then again, we had a busy weekend anyway, so I ain't got a clue what we did. Did something. Well, it wasn't the wedding. That was the weekend before. Definitely something. Yeah, I forgot. Life, so busy. So from Little Brewing at bloody Derby Beercon, wasn't I? Twat. I know I was at Summit this weekend. So anyway, Little Brewing Company, Hush. It's a hazy pale, gluten-free. Look at their branding. Woof. Love it. And the lovely blokes as well, never mind. On the back it says, Hush, shh. Our worst kept secret is how good this beer is. Hops and Mosaic, Cascade and Econaut. Bursting with fruity hops and oozing with flavour. 4.4%. Little Brewing. Next up, from Blue Monkey, who recently have done a bit of collaborating with Bateman's Brewery, and really happy for them. Bateman's Brewery got a lot of pubs, and if one was being cute and businesslike, it's a good thing to do. I really wish, for me, I'd really hope that they put some keg, whether organ grinder, whether the Blue Monkey pubs are them sort of pubs where keg beer would sell. That's another thing. But anyway, their craft beer range, New Zealand Extra Pale, and did I read right there? 3.6%. So does it say anything on the back? Let's have a look. Hops are Motueka, Wiwaka, Nelson Savin, and a secret selection from the Matia Valley. Yeah, looking forward to that one. Won some awards lately, so doing well. Next up, from Lincoln Green again, Quarterstaff. It says here it's, my eyes are crap, roasted malt, licorice and blackcurrant. Stout, the hops are Brewer's Gold, Bramley, Cross and Fuggles. 5%. I've had this in the pub and it was stunning. Stunning. So, should be good in bottle as well. Next up, from Tara Brewery, Burton Strong Ale, 6%. Do you know, I wonder if I've actually had this in supermarkets. Looking at the bottle, maybe not. Maybe I've had another one of theirs. But yeah, Burton Brewery. So, next up on the Ragaf agenda, from Brewster's Brewery, female brewer, Brainwave, collaboration with Rockingham Ales, brewed using a teal enhancing yeast. What the hell is a teal enhancing yeast? I have no idea whatsoever. And it does say on the back, Brainwave is a collaboration with brewer Brian and Janet of Rockingham Ales Brewery. There's lots more it says, but I'll go through all that when I do the review. Next up, from Alter Ego Screamers. I've had this on cask. Done a quick review in a pub. Pub reviews, you know, you get noisy bleeders in the background, or the women talking, the wife and them. West Coast IPA Pale, and yeah, so it says here, Screamers. It says a hop-forward West Coast IPA with a blend of 7 C hops from the Pacific Northwest. High bitterness with a blast of citrus, pine, and grapefruit. Whoa, sounds lovely. Another one for the review list. And finally, the Rag has come back to do some reviews from Crouch Brew Company. I had their first 4 that was released, and this is now in Adventure Beer, so it's great to see their beers in Adventure Beer. Ruin of West Coast IPA, there we go. Centennial, Eldorado, and Azaka hops. That's my beer haul. Cracking beer haul. Just a standard piece of paper. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Going to be reviewing them pretty quickly. Well, as soon as I get the video on the channel and all that business. But yeah, cheers all.